Hello, everyone. Divine Feminine Empress 444 here to do a collective read. Decks have already been shuffled. I hope everybody's doing really well today. Let's tap into the energy of the collective. See what's going on with my collective. Let's see. Collective. Ooh, true colors. And love message. We have reckless love and sex. And funeral. Okay. And then we have... Ooh, okay. And then we have the Five of Swords. Okay. We have the Two of Pentacles. We have the Three of Swords. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Three of, I apologize, Queen of Swords. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Okay. Ooh, and the Empress. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. This is good. This is good. Okay. So, what I'm seeing here, collective, right, is I feel like you're definitely in this Empress energy, which is fabulous. Thank you, collective. I love this. You have literally started to see everyone's true colors around you, right? Your eyes are illuminated to it, especially with these bright colors here. It's like your eyes are, you ever hear that saying, eyes wide shut, like you're asleep, right? You don't really pay attention to the things around you, the people around you, the messages around you, right? I feel like that maybe was you in the past, right? And now your eyes are wide open, right? So you see through the illusion that people try to create. Thank you, Spirit. What I'm seeing here is you could possibly be getting ready to receive some kind of message, right? This is from somebody. Now, take this how it resonates for you. This doesn't have to be romantic. This could be in a family setting. This could be in a workplace. Just somebody that you look up to, care about, feel highly about, whatever. Somebody that was important to you in your life at some point. In the past, I feel like you could have went through some, I want to say like negative relationships, right? Or, you could have went through, you dealt with toxic people is what I'm called to say. With this like reckless sex, I'm called to say it's almost like, I see this as more as like somebody looking, how do I want to say this? It's almost like the way Spirit's putting it on me is like as if somebody trying to accuse you of this, okay? Like, and that could be, I'm called to say this. It doesn't have to be reckless sex. It could just be like not you sleeping with a bunch of people. Whoever this is meant for will understand. Just picking wrong partners, right? Somebody saying that like you didn't take the time to choose, right? Correctly. Yeah. But the thing with this energy, and I'm called to say this, the thing with this energy is any relationship that we get into, right? Especially if you're not spiritual at the time, right? And you don't see past the illusions at that time. You can be misguided, right? Persuade into the wrong direction, because a lot of people come to us with an illusion, right? So this is how Spirit's showing it to me. Like as if you are whoever I'm speaking to, you could have been a little bit more naive, right? Um, you know, wanting to trust people, wanting to give people the benefit of the doubt. And also, people do show up in lies, right? A lot of people try to create an illusion around us. They'll say one thing but do another, right? It's taking me to like a narcissistic relationship. That's what it reminds me of. The heavy breadcrumbing in the beginning. So you're in this illusion that this person is a great person, right? And then all of a sudden, once they get their hooks in you and you start to fall in love, then they pull back, right? So by that point, though, you're already kind of trapped in this situation where you want that person back, right? You want that same person. And they make it hard for you to move away from them, because they start creating, like, you might start moving in together, right? So there's that. Now you have a contract, you have a lease agreement, or maybe you get pregnant, right? And so now you have a child on the way and you want to do what's right for your children. Or you purchase a vehicle to get, there's something there. This is what narcissistic people do. They create bills, right? So like they can involve you so that way you're like, it's contracts. That's what I'm saying. It's like contracts to bound you to them. And then that's when they start showing their true colors, because now you can't go anywhere, right? So this is how Spirit's showing this to me. And I feel like you're putting an end to that, right? It doesn't matter. I'm getting the energy that I'm feeling is somebody who isn't afraid to lose, right? Humble enough to say, I'm not paying attention to the 3D, right? So the material things that I have aren't as important as my sanity. The material things and what others view of me is not important as my spirituality, right? My soul purpose. And knowing that you deserve more, okay? This is bringing me to a conversation that I actually had yesterday with someone. So we'll see if I'm meant to talk about it. Excuse me. So yeah, what I'm seeing here is with this, with the Five of Swords, right? To me, it's showing me almost like someone hurting you, right? I am going to have to talk about it, and I'm okay with that. So it's like someone hurting you, and instead of just that person hurting you, right, it's another person that's toxic trying to throw daggers at you, right? Almost like, Spirit, let me explain this. Okay. So this would be like you going through a really toxic relationship, right? And then someone else toxic saying to you, well, why didn't you know any better? Or why didn't you make better choices, right? Or, it's that putting the blame on the victim type of energy is what I'm seeing. And don't get me wrong. Anybody who follows my channel, I feel like most of you are on the same mindset. So I feel like you no longer look at yourself as a victim, right? You look at it like it was a lesson I've learned, right? And Now your eyes are wide open. Like I said, you see people's true colors. So now you're privy to the bullshit. And it's funny because I feel like somebody has come to you in this energy of like almost trying to undermine you, make you feel like you were the problem, or make you feel like you're not good enough, or make you feel bad for your choices, your decisions. But you were going off of trusting someone else's actions and words, that you were not aware that this person was in a negative energy. I don't want to like heavily stay in this, so we're going to move forward. You'll get what I'm saying. Again, with this Two of Pentacles, I feel like it's always like, if you notice, if you deal with narcissistic people or people with personality disorders and things like that, they will try to keep you in this emotion of like thinking that, keep you in that victim mentality, always like juggling, always feeling like you can't move forward, staying inside your emotions. They will literally try to keep bringing up things in your past to kind of weigh you down. Yes, thank you, Spirit. Especially with this heartbreak and the Three of Wands. I feel like you went through heartbreak, right? You're taking ownership in it. Knowing that maybe there was some things that you could have changed, right? Maybe you could have waited a little longer, slowed down, right? But everything with a narcissist or like a person with personality disorders, right? They like to rush. So to an empath, somebody with a kind spirit, a loving spirit, right? We tend to, because we have not had this, right? We give it freely, but we don't receive it many times. So when this comes, it feels good, right? And we want to enjoy it. But I feel like now you're seeing, right, that the error in your own ways, and yes, you're taking ownership in that. But the energy that I'm getting is like you don't need others to judge you, right? Or think that they can have a say, especially these kind of people, because these kind of people are very toxic, right? So it's almost like, so you do these things, you cheat, you lie, you steal, but then you want to give me advice, right? That's the kind of thing that I'm seeing here. I feel like you're starting to like collaborate, right? Finding people with like mind, people who've been through similar situations as you. People who are enlightened, right? And I feel like you're starting to learn not only just things about you, learning things about these different personality disorders, learning things about, healing your past traumas, all these things. But I feel like you're starting to kind of find your tribe, is the way it's showing it to me. Yes. With this Queen of Swords to the Queen of Wands to the Empress, I'm getting that you now hold the truth, right? Your truth. And no one else can take that from you. Okay? Because this was your experience. It wasn't anyone else's. It was your experience. With this Queen of Wands, I feel like you're passionately moving forward, right? Not allowing people to, I just keep hearing, undermine you. And then this Empress energy. You're very nurturing. You're very loving. You're very kind. This is how Spirit's showing it to me. It's almost like someone trying to tell you about yourself and acting like they're a know-it-all, right? And then you not fighting back, because that's what they want, right? They want you to react. They want you to or dumb down or feel sad about what you've experienced. I feel like you're wearing your wounds proudly, right? Not saying that we enjoyed going through them, right? But it's almost like you can't tell me nothing about what I've been through because I know my experience. Okay? So it's like, yeah, I'll leave that at that. So I'm called to speak on this conversation that I had yesterday. Because I feel like it'll be a good example. So I got into a conversation with someone about religion yesterday, right? And, you know, this person is on the outside somebody who you would very much trust in, because they have a lot of accolades, right? And I don't want to go too deep into the person themselves, so I don't want to do that. I want to keep this very simple. It's kind of just for an example. So anyway, we got into this conversation about, religion. And I kindly gave my side of how I feel about my spirituality and, my beliefs. Just likewise listen to their side, right? And it's funny because in the conversation, there was a comment made about don't give your pearls to a swine, right? And another person in the conversation kind of got upset by that, and got offended, right? Because I've dealt with so many narcissistic people that they want a reaction from you, right? So when you get angry, it's still a reaction, right? So whether it be good or bad, they win. So I have learned, and I thought it was quite funny, the conversation, because I enjoyed how calm I stayed, right, in that conversation. The old me probably would have went off. I'm like, you want to talk about you giving pearls to a swine? What the hell are you calling me, right? But I was so impressed at myself. Not to brag, but I was very impressed with myself because I was like, is it really you as the person, because you think you know it all, right? You giving the pearls to the swine, or is it the swine that stole the pearls trying to give it to sell it back to the righteous owner? Do you see what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to look through the thin lines of people's conversations, because this person that had said this to me was kind of pushing about, and literally the conversation went as far as, you know, if you're not, like if you have an affair when you're married, right? Being faithful and things like that. And I was laughing to myself because I know this person has had an affair. So are you the one giving the pearls, the godly being giving the pearls, or are you the swine that stole the pearls and trying to act like they're yours and then sell it back to the rightful owner, right? The person that comes with love. Sometimes you have to find that thin line, right? And if you know what I'm saying, you're going to know what I'm saying, okay? Sometimes it's not the reaction. Sometimes you got to not react. You got to take a step back and see someone for who they really are, because narcissists, oh my goodness, they don't want me to get this out. Narcissistic people can be very tricky, right? You will think that they are this upstanding citizen, that they are this fabulous person because they portray that to everyone else, and they want you to react in a like yelling way or whatever, so you look like you're attacking them, so they seem like they're the victim, like they're coming off calm, and they're just doing the right thing, and you're the crazy one, right? So you have to be careful to not feed into the illusion that they're creating. Okay? Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to get off that subject. Give me something more. So we have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like whoever I'm speaking to, you could be getting ready to like collaborate with somebody. I really see that here. It's like building, you're learning from others, like maybe like-minded individuals, right? Both people or multiple people coming in the same energy of acting out of love and kindness, and really starting to like share things that maybe you and these other people have experienced. Give me something more. So we have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm getting like conserving your energy, right? Back to what I said about the example I gave. It's like you don't need to fight. Not every fight is worth having, right? It's why would I argue with somebody to prove a point that is not going to listen? They find no error in themselves, right? When you know you're a good-hearted person is because you actually look at yourself and find, like, see things about yourself that you could fix. Narcissistic people and people with personality disorders do not think anything is wrong with them. They're right, you're wrong. So why argue with somebody who thinks that they're right? Right? It's not a conversation at that point. Just allow them to be who they are and either not deal with them or deal with them in the best way that you can, because you're always going to be around these type of people. They're everywhere. I just heard like a scene from the Goonies. Oh my goodness. Okay. Nine of Wands. Yeah, it's like they want you to be in this energy of feeling defeated. Okay? Feeling like losing your faith, losing your own way, right? But you're resilient. You've been through all these issues and problems and you wear them proudly. Why? Because you know you stand in love, right? The worst has already happened to you. No one else, because now those rose-colored glasses are off and you see things for what they really are. You're just fucking resilient. I love this. But they want you to be a victim. They want you to be the bad guy, right? Because they don't want to be. With the Five of Pentacles, they want you to feel in lack. A lack mindset, a lack in your finances, like as if you're not good enough, okay? But really it's because they're insecure. They're insecure and they want you to be their lackey, okay? They want you to follow behind them and they want you to accept whatever it is that they do and say. Queen of Cups. You come in a loving energy, right? You're somebody very nurturing, healing, and now you're emotionally stable. I feel like you're putting a lid on your cup, right? And not allowing people to... You don't have to pour into these people. You don't have to hate them, right? They are who they are. Again, it goes back to prior readings that I've done. You can't change anyone else. They're going to be who they are. The only person you can change is you and how you react to these people. Thank you, Spirit. I feel like you've done a lot of healing. You feel stable. You're very intuitive. Thank you, Spirit. With the Eight of Wands. Yeah, I feel like a lot of things are going to start moving very rapidly fast for you, right? Quickly. You're going to have to start making a lot of decisions because I feel like different opportunities and ideas are going to start coming your way. You could be getting ready to travel as well. So we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. This is the thing. These people wanted to keep you from, or this person, they wanted to keep you from moving forward. They wanted to keep you distracted. They wanted to interrupt your vision, right? Because these type of people like to cause a lot of conflict, chaos, and bullshit in your life, so you can't focus on you and what you need to do for you to move forward. Thank you, Spirit. We have the Knight of Wands. I feel like you're in this energy now where it's almost like becoming fearless. I feel like you're passionately moving forward, not allowing anyone to get in the way. Battle worn and all. Flames coming off that fucking shirt, right? Like, I don't care. I'll go through the fire just to get where I need to be. Let's get to the good part, right? Thank you, Spirit. Yeah. These people wanted to place all these burdens on you and make you feel like your hard work just never pays off, right? Like I just heard, finish her. Oh, Lord. You have to have some fucking humor in some of this shit. I swear. Otherwise, you go crazy. With this Two of Swords, you're going to have to make a difficult decision here. What will it be? You? Right? Making the decision to move forward, to better yourself, to, yeah, you might go through some struggles. You might lose some things. But you don't want to lose yourself. Right? Or are you going to avoid the growth? Avoid what you see and stay stuck? Are you going to continue to blindfold yourself to the bullshit and the fuckery? Or are you going to move forward? Thank you, Spirit. Whew, thank you, the Sun. Positive changes, right? To your happiness. Sometimes the road can be very fucking rocky, right? And sometimes we don't know where we're headed. But man, it's exciting to know what comes up in the journey, right? Until you get to that destination. And no matter what, if you believe in God, if you believe in, the divine, trusting that they will guide you to where you need to be, you'll be fine. Yes, you'll experience some things, but as you're experiencing these things, it just makes you stronger. Thank you, Spirit. And this is your fucking justice. That's what I'm talking about. 1111. You definitely could be seeing the number 11, right? This is where your justice is. This is fairness. This is truth, clarity, right? Having quality of life now. Feeling that balance inside of you. Law and order. That's what I just heard. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Lord. Let me stop. I'm feeling a little sarcastic today. Pardon me. Page of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. You're manifesting, right? Taking what you have. It might be the smallest shit. Maybe it literally is a fucking duffel bag, right? Maybe it's not. Maybe you have more. But taking what you have and finding new opportunities. Okay? Going towards your wants, your needs, your desires. With this Ace of Pentacles, the number one is very significant. I feel like Spirit is going to help you along the way financially. Even if you don't think you have enough, God will make sure that you get through. Yes. And I feel like this is going to lead you to new adventures, new financial opportunities. Eight of Swords. Get out of your head. Stop second guessing yourself. Quit restricting you, because these other people cannot stop you. Okay? You have to set your mind to it. But see, that's what they want. They want you to stay in this illusion, feeling in a self-imprisonment, being in that victim mentality. You're not a fucking victim. You're a survivor of whatever this is that you've been through. How do I know you're a survivor? Because it's over. Whatever you've survived every day, when you go through this abuse, you survived it. You're living to see another day. So you got to make the steps to get away. Thank you, Spirit. That's for someone. Yeah. Like, you're at the end of the rope here, right? With this Ten of Swords. It's painful. Yes. I'm not going to take that away from anybody, because I've experienced a lot of this myself. Painful endings, right? The collapse. You feel defeated. But you're not. You can get back up. I promise you. Four of Swords. Get some rest. Meditate. Think about what it is, the moves that you need to make, right? I feel like if you go into solitude, quiet your mind, and just allow your heart to guide the way, and your gut, that gut feeling you have, you'll get the answers. Thank you, Spirit. Seven of Wands. There's going to be challenges. People are going to try to challenge you. Because now you're a competition, right? But I feel like you're very protected. I will say this. You're being very protected. Maintain your control, though. Control of your emotions. Control of your mouth, okay? Lord knows, my mouth can be very fucking reckless, okay? I am the nicest person in this world. I swear I am. I will help anybody. I will give my last to anybody. But boy, when you cross me in the past, ooh, my mouth will hurt your feelings, okay? Because I'm going to go straight for your jugular. That's how I feel in my past. Now I found peace inside myself that I know I don't need to argue with fools. So, hopefully this resonates with somebody. If it did, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you feel drawn to do so. Don't forget to hit subscribe. I think I said that already. Oh, collective, I swear. But anyway, if you're interested in a personal reading, everything you need is inside my description box. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.